In sports, when athletes finally make it, it's the big time. Big contracts, big sponsors, and even bigger expectations. Sometimes it only takes one contract to change a player's life. But too often, financial success arrives before financial literacy, leaving players vulnerable to losing their wealth in the long run. Hello, I'm Mateo Khoripa, host of Everything Counts Sports Edition. My next guest is one of the most respected footballers in South Africa. On the pitch, he's known as a powerful tactical midfielder, someone who can dictate the tempo of a match. But off the pitch, Bafana star Teboho Mokoena insists he's still just a young man from Kokasi. Tebza, first question. Let's talk about life in Bethlehem, where you were born and raised. Who was in the family home and how did they influence your life?
Yeah, born and raised in Bethlehem. Raised by my mom, my grandparents. My granny was a businesswoman. She was selling brooms, magwinya, and clothes. It was an enjoyable experience because we knew what we were doing it for. And we knew like once we sell like one or two or three, we'll get rewarded. You'll get rewarded by my granny. Yeah, my grandmother showed me so much tough love when I was a kid. Sometimes she was giving my cousins money for school. Me, she wouldn't give me. And
would you have to work for that money?
Yeah, of course. Me, I had to work for that money. So I'll go to my grandfather. So my grandfather will give it to me though. So I enjoyed my childhood. My mom was there. Yeah, man, she's always been supportive.
Being part of the business early on in your life because your grandmother was selling fed cakes, brooms, clothes, so what did that teach you about money, handling it at that age?
My saving journey started from a young age. I had a bank account, I think since I was like 10 years. My mom opened the account. So when I was selling lollipops, the money that I make, we'll put in the account. So it was like 50 Rand profit, but it was a lot. It was a lot back then.
Yeah.
It was a lot back then. So yeah, saving money was always a thing for me from a young age.
Sounds like you're quite a businessman.
Yeah, I will be Petrus Mutsepe now, bro.
Yeah. Your grandmother was quite the entrepreneur, right? In the family. What money lessons did she share with you?
No, we always need to respect money. Money respects you.
If you respect money,
money will respect you.
Money will respect you.
Yeah.
What did that mean to you?
Take care of it. Simple.
Don't overspend it.
Yeah, simple.
Sounds simple, but it's hard to do.
It's hard, Max. I just think sometimes when you have less, you don't waste money. But when you have more, you tend to waste money.
Thinking about, life after football, how have you made plans to make sure that you will still enjoy the life that you do now?
Of course, right now I'm still working with my banker to prepare for life after football. So I'm at the right place.
Is it a matter of advice? And what sort of goals are you telling your banker about? Is it family life? Is it making sure that you can afford your study after football?
For me, it's generational wealth. Yeah.
That's the main key. That's the main goal. Everything else will fall into place.
Yeah.
So at what point did football become a serious thing for you where you realized, guys, and something and PDs?
Actually, it was 2014. There were trials in Free State for Feyenoord from Netherlands. So I got chosen for these trials and then we went to Feyenoord. I think it was like 3 of us. So we went there. Yeah, they didn't select us. But when he came back, Bidvet West, they came, they said, bro, we want to sign you, but okay. They kept quiet and then they didn't sign me. And then I kept on going. The next year I went to Matric 2015 and then I played some tournament in Durban for SA Under-19s. And then Coach David Not One.
Oh, Not One.
Yeah, Coach David Not One. He's the one who scouted me for that tournament. And then that's where SuperSport signed me from that tournament.
You talk about an experience and you talk about it quickly, but going to Feyenoord and going to Madrid, those aren't very, things that happen to just anyone. What was the experience of going from Bethlehem and then getting on flights to go do something you enjoy?
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. First flight international. And ka hopola that day, ne ke dutse mo mareng ka hino dutse e batle ba what usually there is what mara no dutse a Chinese and an Indian. And I was so scared to even eat because it was my first
experience.
First flight. international.
How much did that open up your mind to what football can be?
That's where I saw, like, if I can work hard and believe in myself, actually football can change my life. I can even live a better life with football. I think me getting that opportunity made me realize that I have the talent and I can make it. So that's when the belief started to kick in.
I'm sure at this point, all you want to do is get on the field and play.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about the money that would come with football?
No, it was just for fun. We were just playing football for fun. It was never about money. But the first time I got the money, that's when I was like, yeah, actually, I can make more money here.
I can make something.
Yeah,
of
I
this
can
thing.
make
Yeah.
more money. Yeah.
When you sign this contract, are you aware how much you're going to make? What does this mean to you? Is it a matter of, okay, now I can provide for my family, or are you thinking, I can buy my favorite car now?
No, it was not much, because I still remember my first salary was like 3.5, but still I was in metric. Imagine the difference from getting 200 from my mom every month to 3.5. Yeah.
Big change.
Now it got every day. Fanta, easy.
It's too easy.
I don't ask people for money anymore.
You buy your own booze.
No, it's nice. No, it was nice. Of course, I was sharing with my mom. I was giving her 1.5. I was taking 2K, and then I was giving her the sign-on fees so that she can fix the stuff at home. But yeah, she did that.
You now move from home, and I imagine you settle in camp. You're on your own now. You have to live life as a professional. Are you learning to manage that 3.5 as a player, to say, okay, you need to make it to the end of the month? Are you feeling the pressure of being an earner?
There was no pressure. My teammates were not earning a salary, so I was the only one. So they came to me.
You were taking care of them. And what are those money lessons that that you were using at that time to say, okay, I can earn money, but it's not the first time I'm handling money?
Yeah, I've always believed to save half of what I have. So I was already saving 1,000 because I was getting 2K, because I was giving my mom the 1.5. I was saving 1,000, and then the 1,000 I was using for myself, and because it was still new, so I was enjoying the money. Buying my quotas, yeah, that's nice.
You then get noticed, especially in the South African football fraternity, to say there's a young guy who's a general in the midfield. A lot of teams start showing interest, and they're thinking more than 3.5 now. Tell us about that point where those calls come and how you handle that situation of getting into bigger teams.
Yeah, the following year, I joined SuperSport in 2015. I was the metric. 2016, I went in Pretoria to stay with the team. 3 months down the line, I joined the first team, but I was not playing. I was training with the first team. And then I made my debut 4 months later, and then I got a new contract. I signed a new contract, the first team contract. And then, that's when I'm like, yeah, now I'm leaving now. But of course, in the back of my mind, I always said I need to save. I always saved half. All the time, I was always saving half, and then I'll give my mom her piece, and then I'll take the rest, because I was still staying at the clubhouse. So I didn't have much pressure to buy anything, because we were getting toiletries, food, everything. SuperSport was providing everything for us. So the money that I had was just saving and using the surplus.
Why is it important for you to always have the half saved?
Because I was thinking for tomorrow, because I knew football, I won't play till I die or whatever, because our profession is not the same as 9 to 5 or someone who works every day. So our career is not as long as theirs.
You later signed with Mamelodi Sundowns, and that's often seen as a big money move, especially if you're playing in the PSL. How are you preparing yourself mentally at that point? And
yeah, hey, I don't want to lie. I made so many mistakes. I don't want to lie. I even gained some weight. I was happy, like, so like my life changed, and I could see, like, even my mom was so happy. I was happy. Everyone at home was happy. And financially now I can see, like, okay, now I can buy a 4 million house. I can buy 3 million house. You see, like, now I can, yeah, it's like a stretch.
There's a vision.
I can own this. I can own that.
So now you're competing to be on that starting lineup, because yes, the money's going to be there, but you feel like you want to be there playing football. It's not only about the money. So that mindset change, what does that do for your career? Are there call-ups for Bafana? What does that do, that period?
It does, because I didn't even get call-ups after I got to Sundowns. I didn't get call-ups. Yeah, there was reality check-in. So I had to go back and do the introspection, and it worked, and everything changed. I became a regular at Sundowns. I became a regular at national team, and I remember I won player of the season that season. So I was happy with for going back to the drawing board because it really, really helped me a lot.
What would you say was your big money mistake at that moment? Something you spent money on and you thought later, this is
Hey, the buyers or no, happen sometimes get impulsive, sometimes, I have expensive taste. When I see something nice, I don't think twice. I buy. So sometimes I'm like, did you really need that? I didn't, But I'm learning. I'm learning from that. And also, sometimes we go out, you settle the bill there and they always take out your friends, And I'm like, I stopped doing that. I actually stopped doing that because I saw like I was wasting money doing that. Yeah.
So you went back to saving that money that you used for entertainment.
For my son.
Let's talk about that. The starting of family, the starting of legacy, meeting your partner, making sure you're serious about her. How does that change your money mindset?
Yeah, now, of course, the thinking is I just want my family to live the same way they are living right now, even when I retire. That's why I'm saving, I'm investing in shares, everything. Of course, some of the things I'm still learning. And for sure, when I'm saying auditive,
yeah, you keep learning. You keep learning.
You learn every day. So yeah. So keep on to like life gets a change. Even when I say retail, we play the same way. Yeah.
What would you say is your money philosophy as Teboho Mokoena? What do you think is your money lesson that you even will tell your son about?
He must always respect money. I think money will respect you back. Because if you don't respect it, you won't have it.
So you must be
careful.
You
always be broke, my guy.
And you don't want
Simple, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. So you must always respect money.
How, Nahana, is there enough education, especially for footballers, professional footballers in our league, from our country that go abroad, to be taught about financial literacy? You must check affordability, saving for the future, or in case you get an injury. Is there enough of that education? Because a lot of the focus nutrition, mental coach, physique, how as player, but is there a focus on chelete how it's
No, I don't. No, we don't get that. And the sad thing is that, like, let me speak mostly about our league, the PSL. Sometimes when you are fortunate enough, you get a big contract when you are old and you are at your late 20s.
Don't have much time.
Like from 19, 27 till 27, 26, 27, it's still any less than 100K. You understand? So, and then maybe you are lucky enough, we play for Sundowns or Chiefs or Pirates, and then you end up getting a big contract at like 27, 28. You are left with like 5-6 years, and we don't know how many years you're gonna play that big team. So we actually don't have enough time. We don't have enough time. Meaning, even if like this financial literacy, of course we don't have it. And we'll be fortunate enough to have like someone like financial assistant from the bank, if you are fortunate. But mostly we don't have. Even for me, example, I didn't have that before. Before I joined Investec, I was doing it from the back of my mind.
Yeah, because like, you learn to save yourself.
You understand? I was like, okay, if I buy a house, okay, I'm saving, I buy a house. But like, okay, save for, but it's not only save. Like, it's little even. Like the shares. I didn't know the shares. I need to buy shares. Like, you don't know that. I didn't say about who done so. Like, low and like first house, I didn't know I have to pay transfer what.
Those transfer costs.
Yeah. We understand there's bond what. You don't prepare for that. Like, oh, ish, and then they give a clip buy for furniture.
Yeah.
So no clip buy, let me get expenses for the cost. It is at the bond or what, or maybe buy another. Then no installment they are good team. We understand. So I think we need that more bolo. And like when I got to Investec, I emphasized and I asked if we can focus more on financial literacy and then bring more players here, and then we create like an insurance for the players because we don't have it. We can't insure our legs, you see.
Yeah.
So what if you break your leg tomorrow and then you can't play?
Are those conversations you have in the change room to say, somebody says, look, I just had a signing on fee, Yabokana, it's 350,000. What do you think I should do? Or when I lie, how fumanaya how?
Nah, as gents, we don't talk about money. I don't even know, even my friends, how much they earn. We don't speak about that. Yeah, no, it's a sensitive topic because, you know, you're in one team. If I say I get 5 million and then he says I get 1 million, you see already.
But you could also help each other to say, this is how you get to 5. If you talk.
But we don't see it that way. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You understand? From outside, you see it that way. But from inside, you won't see it that way. So that's why we don't even talk about this thing. Maybe they'll ask, oh, what do you do with your money? I'm like, for me, I just invest here and there and there. And they're like, oh, okay, me, I invest in properties, okay. And then shares. What shares? Even me, I didn't know the shares. I just hear, these shares, there's dividends, what did they earn? I'm like, what is that? How does it work? You understand? Something going through the air, you don't even know what's happening. And there's different structures, like, for example, like retirement annuity and because for us, it's not really helpful for soccer players to have retirement annuity because we retire when we are 36, 37, 38.
Investec, joining as an ambassador, first of all. What did that mean for you? And also just some of the things you're picking up and learning and sharing with some of the players you play with.
Honestly, I didn't see it as sort of like Kitlospana, you know. It was a wish, you know. I saw Chesley and I'm like, this is nice.
This would be nice.
This is nice. You know, I was watching him, this bank. I thought, hey, so well, it's for billionaires. Yeah, we don't qualify here, you know. And then I came, I had the first meeting with everyone, and then we spoke, and then I learned. I'm at the right institution, and my life is gonna change, and it's already changing, you know, because people they really respect Investec so much.
That was a very big move, especially in terms of Hobonahala and representation from the communities that we come from. Hobona motho fihlela finyella tulong e tshwanang le eo hore ho le nna ha ke ka disa ka sebetsa ka thata ke ka fihla hona mo. That's what it meant to a lot of people. What did it mean to you in terms of the things that you'd still like to do with Investec?
Into tse ngata tse ke batlang ho di etsa, and ntho e ke resitseng haholo ke yona ya financial literacy. Ene ke kopile hore ha ka focusa mo ko yona ko football. I think it tla thusa batho ba bangata, especially the young ones. Ba qalang, you know, o qale at least una foundation, so that if o qala ona le 19 o retire ona le 37, we'll have like 17 years le Investec, o save for 17 years. You can't tell me o tlo sokola after that. No, you can't. You can't. So when I started when I was 28. Of course, that's my aim, you know, like I can go want to get sokola after football. You understand? So, but starting early, it gives you an edge compared to mutakana late. Understand? And you're not available in 3 months or 1 and like the man learn away. If it really hospana hard, not really invest hospana hard, it all feels like the play to expect and what life more life thing, you know. And believe like hospana sa only discipline. And yeah, no matter what it's saying, doesn't have to be sports. Even 9 to 5 year, as long as was special, they're going to years was banner hard. My guy,
How we lifestyle player and the culture around being a big time player in the PSL or somebody who is lucky enough to get a contract overseas, but they used to play here. There's that whole thing of you're now a celebrity, you have to drive a certain car, you have to live a certain lifestyle. Pressure because what's about plans and what would you say about trying to change the lifestyle and the culture of the South African footballer?
I think the budget thing plays a role. I think if you have a budget for a month and you're saying per month I need to spend 100K and you spend 100K, then I don't think we'll overspend even. Because I think the problem is that our budget, if we only impulsive, if like, for example, DJs, people who like lifestyle on channels are on. How about Loro see you when you whatever go to whatever the kick every day. You need your body. You need to rest. You need to rest. Claim just sharp, just healthy. Claim maintain the body out. Claim maintain the fitness out. Claim focus go the finances out. Focus go family out. You know that like there's so many things.
The financial stress that comes with being a footballer, dealing with that stress of knowing your career can end at any time, and also at the same time earning money. How do you deal with that, and how do you keep it away from your performance on the field?
No, performance, of course, it's like pressure, and finances, learn it like pressure. But it depends on how we balance the two. This question is only the previous question. You got balance. Budget, and then focus on spending. Simple.
Do you think there should be a program maybe that, especially with the induction of young players, to say if you come from DDC, you're signing for the senior side, here's a crash course on handling your money. Do you think clubs should play a role? Do you think the league itself should play a role in starting such programs and maybe even partnering with Investec?
Yeah, that's what I asked for. Now I just want to see the change. I know, like, of course, it won't change everyone's life, but the certain percentage, it's fine. I know it won't be everyone who's gonna like the idea. Of course, I know other guys will want something else, but those who are helped, it will make a difference, you know. So I think we really need it. You really need it. I know. I experienced it. I was young. I went through the phase. I made so many mistakes, but I think if I learned, I had that before, I would have done much even now.
How Shebile High, Bethlehem, there are probably thousands of young footballers, male or female, by Shebiling, the way utsamaileng ka teng, mo hatileng teng, and how far you've gotten. When you look back to that community, what do you still want to do and impact maybe their lives as well through football or other means?
Yeah, ka foundation yaga, of course, I want an academy go high. Right now, I still have like a tournament where I invite the team, the close scout for talent back home. At least now we have one eco Sundowns by buying them from our tournament go Bethlehem. So again, I know. So in take about language change, I go at la banaba sokolang, but to the opportunities honoba for the passages. And then in terms of sports, academy and then we can organize like different leagues, and then or what we say like more okay, more potential. Invite the team in for the trials. So that's my target, because now like okay, now I love football. But now my focus is football and education. I wanna then I'll be happy.
And it makes sense because you love both. You were good with your books at school, but also quite brilliant with your feet when playing football. The conversations that you have with other players. Obviously, there was a time in South Africa when we knew that if a player retires in 2 or 3 years, they're going to be struggling financially. Things are not going to look good. What would you like to do for yourself after you hang up your boots?
Me, I want to be a businessman and I want to be a coach.
Are there ventures that you're looking at already?
Yeah, the ventures I'm working on right now. So yeah, for sure, when I retire, they'll be proper.
Yeah, and the coaching part will keep you close to the football field.
Yeah, I'm doing my diploma now already. So yeah, do my diploma now.
Get your badges.
I want to get my badges, and then when I retire, I already have everything.
So the stress just never goes away. Yeah?
Never.
There's so much pressure. As fans, we expect a lot from you. Yeah. You want to keep doing that.
My guy. I'm studying now. I'm studying. It's tough.
Yeah, to be on the touchline.
Yeah, I want to be on the touchline. Yeah.
Then, what other knowledge or wisdom do you want to impart to your own kids, maybe, or maybe kids in your community about Chelet?
Yeah, ante engaba batlang ba fa yona gore for chelete ne re ke bua ka chelete. I know well from home me re tsang go teng chelete ga isokola, and the means of thola chelete I know gore tlemne re rekise bo like the veggies, you know, because unemployment is very high. Me re tlang go teng, you know, the families they didn't even have the means, you know. But ntene ba tla advise a holo ke yona gore they mustn't go into crime, babatle who is actually kapil, you know, because I know like some of our teens or whatever, or peers, like the mistake they make, because or like babona gara life, at the same time, they tend to fall into the therapy or but la fast money, go into crime, which is the wrong route, you know. And I still feel part to they must work hard to go kabona, knowing about more lifing. I don't think that them demagogly some more fasting was not purpose. I think every person more fats on a purpose, and every person that matter purpose I gain more fasting.
Along the way, there are people that you say, of course, would like to advise you. What's the worst money advice you've ever received? And you're like, yeah, the
Forex.
Yeah, Forex, because, of course, it's a big money promise very quickly.
But that's scam, Forex.
So when I was I'm going to you, because people will say, Kenya, debs are chilling.
No, I did go in. I don't know tell what's a very big kind of cryptos. But you cannot go on, I get a car, and then I ended up losing money. So let's but
yeah.
It was during COVID, because of course I was bored at home. There was nothing to get. So yeah, I fall into the trap.
But Teboho Mokoena is Monajwa.
Happy guy.
Always a happy guy.
Happy guy.
That's what you want your legacy to be.
Happy guy.
Teboho, thank you so much. That was quite an insightful conversation, very powerful, and things, of course, need to change in football. We agree with you here at Investec, and thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you.
In our next conversation, we'll sit down with some of Investec's top wealth and financial advisors to unpack key themes and questions raised throughout our series. But that's it from us here on Everything Counts Sports Edition. If you've missed any of our episodes, head over to Investec Focus Radio SA on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube, and subscribe for more insightful conversations.
The views expressed are those of the contributors at the time of publication and do not necessarily represent the views of the firm and should not be taken as advice or recommendations. Investec Private Banking, a division of Investec Bank Limited, a registered credit provider committed to the Code of Banking Practice as regulated by the National Financial Ombudsman.